Hi, Bae. It's me, Bae Land, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Today, we are going to be playing Animal Crossing. We are going to be moving Mac into the maintenance center, the junkyard of Bae Land, so we can go ahead and start building Bae Land from the ground up. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Hi, Phoebe. Alright, so we're just starting off making the path a little bit bigger. I think that it makes a little click clack sound when you walk on it. So I wanted to have that under the asphalt so it could be different than walking on the grass. I'm just laying down the asphalt and then laying down the lines like a little road and filling in any parts that I messed up, picking up some items, thinking about what I'm going to do, just filling up on some energy because I have to take out all those trees in the back, well, at least all the orange trees and all the trees in the middle, because that's exactly where I want to move Mac's house. And I think it's going to look really cute surrounded by peach trees and have a cute little maintenance center. And once Bae Land is officially all built, maybe Mac can go ahead and pack peaches and sell them to make a little bit of money on his side hustle because he is now living in Bae Land's residential peach garden. And right now we're just dropping the orange trees that I picked up behind Nook's Cranny because it is the new dumping grounds. And I'm also dumping the weeds because if it is green, I'm not interested. And we're just marching right into resident services, telling Tom Nook we are going to move Mac and make sure that he is thriving in his new home, and I have to pick the most perfect spot for it. And if it ain't perfect, I'm not interested. That looks like it. And now I'm thinking it's time to start laying out the grounds. I'm not sure. I know these cars aren't real cars. I'm not sure if they're bumper cars. I'm not sure if they're broken down cars, but they're not working. They're here to be fixed. They're here being worked on. We don't exactly know exactly right now. Will there be bumper cars at Bae Land? Who knows? We'll have to figure it all out and we'll have to work it out. But that's exactly what this build is for. Without this build, I'm not going to be able to build anything else in Bae Land. I know I'm being over dramatic about it, but I'm just hyping it up because hello, this is Mac's new home and Mac is my favorite villager on my island right now. Like, get with the program, honey. But please let me know who your favorite character is in Animal Crossing. And I'm just checking and seeing what's working and seeing what is not working. And right now I'm creating a little coin pathway. Let me fill my ults. And I'm creating a gas station. Even if these cars aren't real and run on gasoline, I feel like Bae Land would still have gas because they could use it for other resources, and Bae Land has resources, honey. So I'm just creating this cute little shop that says we are open and we are ready for business. We are ready to get work done. We are ready to serve Bae Land. And Mac is just so excited. He is just like the cutest thing. And he's like, let me rest on my car while you work and do everything. Actually, let me go spend the last day in my house because I know you are going to be moving me. And he's just excited. And here I am checking, making sure everything is looking good and feeling gorgeous. And it is, and I'm loving the way it's looking right now, and I'm really feeling it, just laying out whatever I have in my inventory, thinking what is seen in a junkyard. I'm just trying to make this a hot spot in Bae Land, making sure that whoever is working here, whoever is getting things done, is in a fun environment. There is a lot of trial and error, making sure that the items look good where I place them. I'm getting rid of all this custom pathing. I actually don't even like the brickstone that I have laid down. That's why I'm getting rid of it. And I'm actually gonna like get rid of it throughout the whole island because I think it's too blue. And I'm getting a robot because I thought I had one in my inventory, but I guess I didn't, so I'm stealing one off another part of my island, which is the first two original robots, I guess, because they were hanging out in the back of the island and maybe they were here before I got here. I don't know. Like, I don't know their stories. Actually, I kind of do. I did possess them. But let's just be exclusive and elusive, I guess. Yes, queen. I just cleaned up the side of Mac's house. Now I'm placing the transformer robot and cleaning up a little bit, messing up my custom path, placing items where I think they need to be placed and moving them when I could have just left them where they were. But I love that I'm trying to dig out this tree and I go to get some cherries and I eat the cherries and I live my life. And I live my life so much that I totally forget to go dig up the tree and I just start worrying about these tires and I start making these little like half tires and I'm crafting them and I'm crafting them and now I'm like so worried about these tires. I'm like, where am I gonna place them? I'm totally thinking about it. And I need to decorate with all these tires and they look cute right in front of these cars, like they're filling themselves. And I'm thinking about these tires so much that I spend way too long trying to place this tire that doesn't want to be placed, and spoiler alert, doesn't even stay there, so don't be attached. And I'm just continue cleaning up to make a bigger mess because on Bae Land we are that chaotic because things get just a little bit hectic around here and we don't mind throwing papers on the floor. I don't know if this is really a time for a story time, but I'm so glad we're getting a tree out of here right now. If you want to hear a story about throwing papers on the floor, comment down below. And I'm destroying the stones, destroying the stone pathing in front of Mac's house, trying to see where I'm going to place this transformer. And I try and travel to the next day so we can go decorate in front of Mac's house. I'm kind of going to keep the same vibe that he had in front of my house. I thought it was really cute. He has black flowers because he's just that masculine, or maybe because he's just a little emo and a little sensitive. He's a sensitive jock. That's why we're going to place him his weight bench right next to his house so he can smell his black flowers and work out and just be an all-around great guy. And now I'm thinking, what am I gonna do with this oil can? And I see this oil can in my inventory and I start freaking out and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. And I'm starting to move stuff around, placing a little radio, making sure my inventory is cleaned out. And I'm trying to find a little home for this can still. It's like causing a whole bunch of drama. I'm moving the whole set over of the gas station. Finally, I think I'm gonna put it right next to the vending machine. It's gonna be really cute. It can be there next to everything else because, again, we have resources here, honey. Now that the can has a home, I can go back to working on Mac's house. I'm planting some black flowers because, like I said, Mac is sensitive and he has black flowers around his house. And I think there needs to be flowers on the other side, but he's so sensitive that he is even gonna have one yellow tulip in the corner. So, like, you know, he's just that kind of guy. And now I realize how much space I actually have in front of the junkyard, and it's starting to stress me out, and I'm starting to move things around. I'm like, oh my god, like I didn't realize it was gonna be this empty once I moved Mac out. So I start freaking out. Then I start moving things around that do not need to be moved around. At this point, I really don't know what's going on. So I end up building a fence. I bring it around all the way down to my house. I actually like the way the fence is looking. It encloses the area and brings it all together. And in my head, I'm seeing a garden. I'm moving the transformer robot back, and I can tell if I'm going to decorate this area, I'm going to need a lot more items. So I run to my storage just to continue filling up the area. And I still am going to get a couple more items to fill up the area and make sure it's really what I wanted. But these are the items that I had on hand and that I was ready to build with. Like I said, I did not realize this area was going to be so much to fill. When I went to my storage, I realized I had a few more items that I could use to decorate the opposite side of the garden. I had a transformer that I did customize white. I wish I could customize the retro gas pump and make it a certain color, but white and teal will work for now. And I'm just setting them in place and I'm trying to make it work, but what I cannot make work is the yellow cone. I'm trying to make it part of the piece, but it just does not want to collaborate. But once I place this yellow rocket, I realize the yellow cone will work on the opposing side. So I'm just filling up the garden with the car, the rocket, and trying to make a little space work. And that's why I'm going on and on, just trying to find the perfect spot for the car, which, who knows, could be a transformer, could be a bumper car. There's so many mysteries here on Bae Land. I put another open sign here in the yard because we are making things happen. I'm just trying to grab some flowers to fill up the garden right behind Nook's Cranny because these are where I have a majority of red flowers and random flowers planted. I think some red flowers would be cute. I just start placing them everywhere and I fill up the area, but then I realize it doesn't look like I want to, so I start cleaning them up and start filling back in the area with the flowers where I want them. I learned digging holes is the way to go because you can place the flowers exactly where you want them without plucking any other flowers along the way. And you can keep your garden looking beautiful. Even though I run through my flowers and I really don't care, I don't want to pluck them because I think that's annoying. And I don't want to do that to the flowers. That's just like so rude. I don't want to be rude to the flowers. I'm just running around making sure everything is in its place, everything is looking cute, and making sure that there is nothing that needs to be placed anywhere else. Then here I realize that tire that I mentioned earlier is just looking a little bit ugly there in the corner and a little bit sad. So I start placing some boxes and I'm just trying to make sure that the work area looks like it is being worked in and as open as it can be since we have so much space to fill up. And now that the area is looking cute and snazzy, I'm just checking my inventory, making sure there's nothing else that I need to place because I believe this build is done. We're just starting off in front of my house, taking a look at the front view of the garden. It is so cute. I can't wait to fill it up with more items to make it look a little bit more like a junkyard. I love that you can run all the way through the garden. You can run through these coins if you would like. And right here is what I like to think of the invention center where we brainstorm and make all the ideas possible. You can sit here and just make things happen and think of the future for Bae Land, and we're gonna make them happen. Yes, queen. And of course, Mac is now moved in and his house is looking a little bit of the same when it was in front of my house. Same decor. He has a new weight bench. I am extremely happy with this build, even though it does need a little bit more add-ins here and there, and I will update everyone with what's going on. But remember, if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that other YouTube stuff. And please let me know what part of this build was your favorite so I can continue pumping out good content. So, bye, bae.